For me, there's a simple rule in politics. Never, ever be surprised by what happens in politics.
The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is the cross. Wisdom's message is its rod. The sign of truth is Christ, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Welcome to NewsSpin right here on Power 97.9 FM, also on YouTube as well as the NewsSpin Facebook page. My name is Timothy Poleon. The program goes on until 2 o'clock this afternoon. We have a lot of content to share with you. For example, absurd things that politicians say in Parliament. Politicians from St. Lucia, Antigua, also highlighted Dominica as well as Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica. We're focusing on the plight of our Haitian brothers and sisters and the effects of the 2.5% health and security levy. It spreads. All that between now and 2 o'clock. In a moment, your calls as well at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. And Kimani will be going through some of your comments in the chat room as we are hosting yet another broadcast. The Prime Minister of St. Lucia is currently addressing the 78th UN General Assembly, and we are trying to see if we can at least play you live some part of his contribution. I think he started his presentation a little over 5 minutes ago. So far, we have heard a number of leaders, and including Mia Motley from Barbados. Now, St. Lucia's Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre.
On Taiwan should be allowed to continue and the continued enjoyment of their right to self-determination and the exercise of their democratic freedoms without threats to their autonomy and with a place in international fora. There must be an end to the conflicts in Africa and a halt to all forms, whether old or new, of neo-colonial exploitation of the continent's resources, so that the African people can fully benefit from the riches of their lands and from the greater unity among African nations. In our Caribbean region, the member states of the CARICOM community, CARICOM, remain gravely concerned over the deteriorating political, social, humanitarian, and security crisis in Haiti their sister member states. Haiti needs the urgent and dependable support of the international community. The response to date has been underwhelming. UN efforts of a few months ago to raise $780 million for humanitarian purposes have received low pledges. The need for robust security assistance to counter the murderous armed gangs is clear. Yet the decision to enable this is meandering slowly through the Security Council. The Caribbean community hopes that the establishment of the multinational force will be given full endorsement by the United Nations Security Council as a demonstration of the commitment of the international community to support the restoration of law and order and improve the humanitarian conditions of the people of Haiti. CARICOM welcomes the government of Kenya's willingness to lead such a multinational force. Member states of the Caribbean community will contribute personnel as well. The community will also continue its good efforts through its eminent persons group to assist the Haitian stakeholders find a solution to the political crisis, a critical necessity to pave the way towards an improved future for the people of Haiti. I urge the various Haitian stakeholders to cooperate with CARICOM to find a political compromise for the sake of the Haitian people and in honor of the heroic and fabled ancestors whom they revere so much for daring to break the chains of slavery 200 years ago and bring freedom to the black people of the Caribbean. Mr. President, the immorality of the suffering, the destruction and death that these conflicts are bringing to the world are not the only reasons for our appeals to end them. The immorality is only matched by the absurdity of the expenditure on arms that sustain these wars and inhibit peace. This should be of grave concern to all of us. What is of equal concern to states like St. Lucia is the illicit trade in small arms and light weapons, which ran into billions of dollars in 2022. Not only do these arms and light weapons fuel lesser conflicts all over the world, but illegal arms facilitate criminal activities in St. Lucia and other CARICOM member states. Illegal firearms were responsible for 70% of the homicides in the Caribbean community in 2022. And in St. Lucia, the majority of homicides are firearms related and involve young people both as victims and yet, Mr. President, neither St. Lucia nor its fellow CARICOM member states manufacture small arms, light weapons and ammunition. Their sources are our continental neighbors to the north and south of the Caribbean. St. Lucia therefore continues to strongly support the international instruments aimed at preventing and curbing the illicit trafficking in small arms and light weapons. Mr. President, I welcome the announcement by the United States administration earlier this year to provide technical assistance to support and to combat illegal weapons smuggling into the Caribbean and in solving gun-related cases. Let us be reminded that SDG 16.4 aims at significantly reducing illicit arms flows. There is, however, hope for global solidarity. In June this year, the Intergovernmental Conference on Marine Biodiversity of Areas Beyond National Jurisdiction adopted the historic Marine Diversity Treaty. For St. Lucia, a small island developing state, the protection of the oceans is an imperative since the oceans and their resources do not belong to one country but are the heritage of all mankind. St. Lucia signed the treaty this week and we will move towards its ratification in the shortest possible time. Mr. President, I offer my congratulations on the opening of the UN Youth Office. As I said in my address last year, the importance accorded to the youth by the UN is in harmony with my government's policy of giving priority to youth affairs for the creation of a youth economy, in which young people with state assistance can turn their talents, skills, and hobbies into businesses that will provide sustainable self-employment. I'm therefore pleased to report that our youth economy was formally launched in March this year and has been met with enthusiasm and success. To date, about 300 young people in St. Lucia have benefited from funding and training from the government to assist them with starting or supporting their businesses, and the numbers continue to grow. Once again, I invite the international community to engage with us on mutually beneficial relationships and projects to promote the youth economy. Through the youth economy, we are responding to the SDGs, and with my government's policy of putting people first, we are addressing the other SDGs. Mr. President, after the destruction and ruin of the 20th century world wars and the Cold War, one would have thought that the start of the 21st century would have ushered in a new era of global solidarity. It has not. In conclusion, I ask these questions, for which we must all provide urgent responses, as the fate of Agenda 2030 depends on our answers. Is there the political will and commitment to divert financial resources away from destructive activities like wars and other conflicts? Is there the political will to place these financial resources instead into the productive action of responding to the climate crisis? Is there the political will to use these trillions of dollars to end starvation and underdevelopment in the world and provide justice for reparations? Is there the political will to put people first and not weapons first? Is there the political will to develop trust and build a lasting peace that will rekindle our sustainable development goals and lead towards prosperity, progress, and sustainability for all? For the sake of us all and for future generations, we must find it. Mr. President, to quote St. Lucian-born Nobel laureate Honorable Derek Walcott, hope is not a thing to be deferred, but a thing to be pursued with all hungry passion of our existence. I thank you.
The Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Mr. Philip J. Pierre, addressing the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly. And that was a live address just delivered a few seconds ago. Some of the issues he focused on: support for Haiti, and he says that support for Haiti so far has been underwhelming. And he's also taken the Security Council of the United Nations to task for being too slow in helping Haiti in this hour of need. According to him, member states of CARICOM will contribute personnel towards restoring peace and stability to Haiti. It was just recently that the African nation Kenya offered to lead international security mission to Haiti. So one can deduce from that St. Lucia will be providing personnel to participate in that special mission. The Prime Minister also made reference to illicit trade of weapons and criminal activity in St. Lucia. Some of the issues highlighted during that address by Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre during the 78th UN General Assembly, which is currently underway in New York. On other issues, this time local front, the 2.5% health and security levy is continuing to affect various sectors in St. Lucia. And the latest, of course, would be commercial and housing tenants of the National Housing Corporation. Their rent will be attracting 2.5% in that tax. So a letter has been written to the tenants, and I'll go through that letter right now. Just bear with me, just trying to locate that letter so that I can read it in its entirety. This is an issue that we no doubt we have been discussing on this program ever since the announcement was made by the Prime Minister and Minister with responsibility for finance. So it's dated September 19th, 2023. All commercial tenants, Castries Housing Estate, and Darling Road Housing Estate, Castries. Dear valued tenants. The subject: important notice regarding Health and Citizens Security Levy implementation. It reads, we are writing to inform you of an important change that will affect your lease agreements with the NHC. The government of St. Lucia has recently implemented a new Health and Citizens Security Levy effective the 2nd of August 2023. As a result, there will be a corresponding adjustment in your monthly rental amount before VAT. Details of the levy adjustment. Implementation date, October the 1st, 2023. Increase, 2.5% of the current monthly rental amount before VAT. Purpose: the Health and Security Levy is a government initiative aimed at enhancing public health and security infrastructure and services within the country. Please note that the 2.5% increase will be applied to your existing monthly rental amount before VAT. This amount is necessary due to the government's policy change and will contribute to the continued improvement of essential services that benefit the well-being and security of St. Lucian community. We understand that any change in your lease terms may raise questions or concerns. If you require any clarification or have inquiries regarding this levy adjustment, please do not hesitate to reach out to our dedicated liaison officers for further queries. We greatly appreciate your understanding and cooperation in this matter. We value your tenancy and the positive contribution you make to our community. We are committed to keeping you informed about developments that may impact your lease agreement and ensuring a smooth transition during this adjustment period. Thank you for your attention to this important notice. We look forward to your continued tenancy with us and to working together to create a safe and prosperous environment for all. Sincerely, St. Lucia National Housing Corporation, and signed by the Managing Director, Dr. Sidoni Forney. Once again, this letter sent to all commercial tenants, Castries Housing Estate and Darling Road Housing Estate in the city. So this will apply to the rental of those premises, and that is for 2 years. And no doubt those people are occupying those apartments or buildings, definitely as commercial tenants, conducting various business transactions. They will pass on this increase to you, the consumer, and therefore there will be a domino effect. That is why I posed the question on the NewsSpin Facebook page today. I'm presenting it to you right now. Why is the government reducing your spending power with this 2.5% tax? And some people have taken offense to this based on the comments that this question has elicited. But that is a fact. That if you're going to be taxed, if you're going to have to push your hands into your pocket, and you will have to pay more for goods and services, such as the tenants will have to pay more in terms of rental fees, isn't it a case where their spending power is being reduced? Because those people, they are not, and most of you are not expected to come up with additional funds so that you can meet that additional financial burden that has been imposed on you. So if you're making $1,500, and now because of this tax, whether it's various forms of services, goods you purchase, you have to spend an additional $200, this certainly would have served as a major issue for you of setting your budget by $250. $250. Where will the extra money come from? And people have been saying as well that we have a health sector that certainly is in need of major improvement. And where would the money come from? You have the security of the state, that is a major issue. But for how long? How long now? Even in the era of green gold, even when we have had a vibrant, productive, buoyant tourism sector, that people have still have had to bear witness to shoddy service being provided to them by the police for one reason or the other, and also by health personnel. Whether it is the waiting period at Victoria Hospital and now OKEU being excessive, also continuing to hear that police cannot respond to you when you are seeking their assistance or intervention because of a lack of vehicles and so on. So those are perennial issues. And don't want to jump the gun, but let us wait and see that the monies that will be generated as a result of that 2.5% levy, I think it's earmarked to be about $33 million, whether that will result in any kind of improvement in the quality of service being provided to you as far as healthcare and the security of the state is concerned. But if we have to go on the basis of what has transpired in the past, if we have to go on the basis of a lack of transparency and accountability when it comes to how the resources of the state are being utilized, then we could readily conclude that we will not experience any remarkable improvement in the quality of service as far as those two areas are concerned. And also remember the shocking disclosure a few months ago that that money will not be put in any special account to deal primarily with what it is earmarked to address, health and security, but it would be put into the recently much talked about consolidated fund. And we know everything to do with the operations of the government, those finances can be used to fund them. And who will say to the government, provide the figures, provide the statistics, provide the evidence that what we are paying for, which is for the improvement of health and security services in the country, that money is going towards that use already. With its supermajority in the island's parliament, the government has been so emboldened as to say to people when they're asking questions, kill it. 452-2979, 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. Question of the day: why is the government reducing your spending power with this 2.5% tax? Somebody says, Tim, a reduction by 2.5% in our spending power may only increase government revenue to replace financial loss and deficits, etc., as a result of bad policies of economic growth. Another one says, why is Tim always spinning? Another comment: because Alan Shastney deprived us battering privileges, keep crying for him. Another one says, because they have no plans on how to generate revenue, borrowing billions, not knowing how to spend that money to bring returns. How can you tax people when they don't have jobs? Whenever SLP is in power, the economy languishes. Just wait for it. They will tell us something happened. The famous words of Dr. Kenny Anthony. Alan Shastney had an economy plan for this country by creating jobs and stimulating the local economy through construction. The other person says, Tim, stop misleading the damn people. Then a comment: they want us to live bondages while they get it all, putting people last. And another comment: because they don't care about citizens of St. Lucia. And finally, the Mali way continues to suffer. 452-2979. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you, caller.
Tim, I have some concerns. The CDC that the government is going to remove the people. Tim, I don't know if you ever pass by these CDCs and take a look at it. You're seeing the steel out of the concrete.
Caller, I can't hear you too clearly for whatever reason. Try to see if you can. Are you speaking directly into your phone?
I'm speaking directly into my phone, probably it's low.
Okay. Well, try and improve it,
I'm
please.
telling you, Tim, I don't know if you ever passed by these CDCs which government say they're going to demolish.
I've drove in this area, yeah. I've driven in this area, so.
They're still already showing out of the concrete. Tim, unless a disaster ain't happened, these people ain't moving there or the government ain't moving. It only takes a second with a little tremor and these buildings will crumble. These people in it and people doing business around it. I mean, we need to take that into consideration, and if the government needs to move the people try to move before it causes a disaster and a calamity. In my next concern, there is a hole around the health center in Castries on Chaussee Road, and that hole has been there for a while. Until I think CCTV, everybody sees, and it's going to cause another catastrophe unless somebody is there and they wouldn't take consideration and set it up. And that road going to Ancillary, which is the Marigo Road at the end of the stretch.
Yeah.
That turn at the end of the stretch, Tim, that turn...
That's after Roseau?
Yes. That turn needs some reflectors in the corner, especially for foreigners who does not know that road at night. You coming down that road, and if you miss that turn, it's right into the ditch, right into the gutter. That needs attention as soon as possible. Don't wait. Tell them don't wait for it to crash somebody so that they can speak. Thanks very much, Tim.
Okay. You too, sir. Thank you so much for your observations. Good afternoon to you, Kimani, and the chat room. What's happening there?
Good afternoon, Tim. Someone says, elections have consequences. They are reducing the spending power because we gave them that power to do so. Another comment, gas station attendants will be owning condos soon. Relax, St. Lucians. Someone says, Tim, call Peter King. Ask him to explain to us this exile tax. That's what
Excise
they said.
tax.
Timothy, that is putting people first. Enjoy the levy. Now enough about tax. Another comment, they are so involved in Haiti's problems, even sending Kenny to try and solve the crime situation. What a joke. Pip, St. Lucians are suffering and all you can do is tax the people. Someone is asking, did the SLP put the 2.5% levy addition in their manifesto? Another comment, VAT on rent, St. Lucia is not a real place. Someone says, when the SLP implemented the 15% VAT, the economy dropped. People closed their businesses. Now this levy will happen. St. Lucians, open your eyes. The very color issue was the focal point posed during the last election. The very black PM has drained the island's financial resources with bad management. The very proof is visible in little investment, poor health sector, job opportunities, and wastage in fetes or entertainment. A hard-headed leader, as is said on the island, towards someone that don't listen to good advice. I conclude. Someone says, why is there a need for the Saudi loan if there is this 2.5% health and security levy and vice versa? Another comment, Haiti and St. Lucia appears to have one thing in common, bolems. Someone is calling out Peter King saying, Peter King, you knew very well that this 2.5% increase in VAT would cripple the less fortunate in this country, yet you came on here trying to sugarcoat this tax by your SLP administration. Come back and explain to us what is going on now.
We have a call. Good afternoon, NewsSpin, you're on the air. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, we are. Yes, good afternoon to you, caller.
Hi, Tim.
Good afternoon to you, ma'am.
I was just listening.
Go right ahead, please, caller. Hello.
Yes, I was just listening to the Prime Minister's speech at the UN.
Yes.
And then, Tim, he mentioned everyone. He mentioned everyone. He mentioned Africa. The Africans, I don't feel sorry for the Africans because the Africans are always having coups. Coups upon coups because all of them need power. And we have their DNA in us. So we are almost like them. And then when they finish all their coups, who they turn to? Russia. The main person that is helping us, the person he could mention like that he has the youth economy, but he didn't even tell them who is giving him the money to sponsor the youth economy, the Taiwanese. Why he didn't mention the Taiwanese? And then when he finished talking about Haiti, Haiti is not fighting against anybody. No foreign companies, no foreign person is not in Haiti. Haiti is fighting against themselves, Haitians against Haitians. So why we have to worry about them? Let themselves, because they did enough for them already, and they're not going back. Everybody's trying to do something for Haiti, but Haiti is still stuck. Vagabonds just have the country at ransom. Anyway, Tim, I don't know what to say again. I don't want to say. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world. That's all I have to say.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing your point of view with us as we continue our broadcast with more of your calls at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Still to come, you'll be hearing from the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, speaking on Haiti. And we'll be hearing from a whole host of other people. And also absurd things politicians say in Parliament. The broadcast is being watched on our NewsSpin Facebook page as well as YouTube and is being listened on Power 97.9 FM.
First National Bank has the best deals on used vehicle loans. On Saturday, 30th September, visit us at the Derek Walcott Square from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Take advantage of our low interest rates, fast approval, and comfortable payment terms. Get free consultations with registered used car dealers, as well as our knowledgeable lending professionals. Special terms and conditions apply. Make it your Saturday line with First National Bank. Here for you.
Lazarus's Funeral Home is here for you. Lazarus's Private Cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's Private Cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for tombs. Call us in Vidbuta at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Introducing the new LuSelect Virtual Service Desk, where one click is your access to every service. From My Account to Streetlight reports, requests for payment arrangements to settle arrears, change of name and address. Easy online forms give you access from anywhere and at any time. Every service you need at your fingertips. Go to our website, luselect.com, and click on the Virtual Service Desk widget. LuSelect's Virtual Service Desk. Every solution at your fingertips.
Treat yourself to KFC's new Genius menu. Get your choice of one-piece chicken, corn, and biscuit, or one-piece chicken, fries, and biscuit, or one-piece chicken, mac and cheese, and biscuit for just $11.50. Order now through WhatsApp at 484-0400
or visit our website kfcslu.com
or dine in at any one of our locations. Now that's a genius choice with unbeatable value. KFC, finger licking good.
For it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay. Flow is keeping you connected.
Night Meds. is your dependable neighborhood pharmacy. You'll notice that upon entry, you are greeted by caring professional staff, attentive to your every need. Your prescriptions are always treated with a high degree of confidentiality, and we pride ourselves on providing speedy, efficient service. We carry a wide array commonly requested over-the-counter products, and our prices are very competitive. We offer blood pressure testing, blood sugar, and cholesterol testing. We're open to fill your prescriptions Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Come visit Sadhu's gas station on the Miku Highway or call us at 572-6840 or WhatsApp 461-6840 for more information. Night Meds Pharmacy. We are your community med store.
Automotive art is a place to start.
Automotive Art is now bigger and better with bargains galore. Automotive Art has expanded. With new exciting products and increased shopping comfort, we welcome you to visit. Celebrate with us and take advantage of our specials. New tires starting at $129, 25% off all tools and accessories, up to 75% off rims, BOGO specials, car care bundles, and other bargains galore. Automotive Art, bigger and better.
For the second annual Zouk a Blanc, presented to you by Project Chocolat, Saturday 30th September from 7 p.m. featuring St. Lucia's #1 band, DYP. The always exciting Ezra, the Fun Machine, and our finest DJ, Hollywood HP, and DJ Shocking. Savor an evening of elegance, Zouk, and old school rhythms in the heart of Soufrière at Project Chocolat. Secure your tickets for just $80. Grab yours at any sell outlets island-wide or at Mambo's Bar in Soufrière. Tickets are also available online. Zouk a Blanc, a touch of white, where island vibes and cuisine meets pure sophistication.
Admission $100 at the door.
Are you working that 9-to-5 job but also juggling a side hustle? Well, Elks Credit Union has great news for you. Introducing Elks Credit Union's Side Hustle Boost Loan. Need funds to take your side hustle to the next level? With our Side Hustle Boost Loan, you can access up to $50,000, giving your side hustle the boost it needs. And here's the best part. You'll have up to 5 years to pay it back with flexible repayment options that suits your budget. Whether it's expanding your inventory, upgrading your equipment, or marketing your services, Elks Credit Union is here to support your entrepreneurial dreams. Don't let your side hustle remain just a dream. Let Elks Credit Union empower you to turn it into a thriving reality. Boost your side hustle today with Elks Credit Union's Side Hustle Boost Loan. Contact us now or visit our website for more information. Elks Credit Union, your partner in success. Terms and conditions apply.
WhatsApp message while we await your calls. Tim, very interesting to know with 15-member parliament or cabinet. I mean, where are the ideas to generate fresh and innovative ideas? Are these ministers non-inventors when it comes to planning for the various communities? They should be ashamed. Thank you. Because if you have so many people involved in a particular process, involved in a government, I think there should not be any shortage of ideas and people coming up with solutions to the various problems, because you sit around a table, all ideas will contend, and that will be reflected in your performance. But taxing the people out of the economic abyss that we're going through right now, certainly that will not work. That will only make solutions a lot poorer. Good afternoon. This is NewsSpin on the air.
Tim, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm okay, caller. Good afternoon to you.
Wonderful address by the PM. Listen to it. But I was surprised, Tim, when the PM talks about he continue to put the people of St. Lucia first. And he went as far as mention Haiti, which have been plagued by gang violence. But have those people checked exactly how Haiti became in the situation that it is there presently? And looking at the situation in Haiti, it shows clearly that all of those presidents or persons that have been president since in the 60s and 70s to reach it at that time have been seriously involved in corruption, taking advantage.
Well, Colin, I thought you would have stayed at home and say to the Prime Minister, yes, Haiti has violence that we cannot consider to be unprecedented, because every now and then they have the upheavals and people are killed and people are assassinated and so on. I thought you had said that we have our own share problem. We are just like a little Haiti. When it comes, no, you're taking too long to get to that point. When it comes to the level of violence that we have been recording in St. Lucia, when it comes to what recently happened in Vieux-Fort, schools had to be closed. I think it was March the 10th or thereabouts. Schools had to be closed in Vieux-Fort. Yes, Colin.
I'm coming there, Yusuf. You're ahead of me.
I have to be.
Because the reason why I mentioned I'm saying on Haiti, and I'm here too. We had a situation that you just finished mention ago. We had to call on the RSS to help the people of St. Lucia. Okay? And then we are not too far. I even at one time almost want to compare what is happening in Haiti to St. Lucia. There was a time I said St. Lucia pretty soon will take over Haiti because of the gang-related. The government clearly does not have the situation when it's come to crime, violence under control in St. Lucia. I hear he again plead to about small arms and the commitment of the U.S. which they signed to protect small island and to do whatever. You know, every country in the world have to watch their borders as to what is happening. Now, I don't want to say that is an immature statement at the UN, talking about the situation in Haiti as well. We are not in the same bracket. Up to now, even I was told that there was a homicide last night.
No, I've not received any confirmation of this.
Every day we can count on it, even bet our money that somebody is going to get killed in St. Lucia. And it will happen. We have to put our house. Now, he mentioned about personnel. St. Lucia cannot send any personnel. St. Lucia have a limited police force, which very limited, which cannot even get their own problem under control.
Well, it might not primarily involve police officers, but Haiti, with regard to this particular initiative that's being led, should be led by Kenya, if the UN Security Council gives the green light. That is the International Security Mission to Haiti. What St. Lucia can do is to provide that mission with interpreters. All right? It might not necessarily necessitate us sending police officers. Could be interpreters.
No, but I hear Scary talk about it. Dominica speak Creole like us.
Yes. So it could be St. Lucia and Dominica, yes.
Dominica can play a good role, a meaningful role in terms of, communicate with the Haitians as well. Tim, up to now, nobody have not get a full investigation as to what led to the death or assassination of Jovenel Moïse, the last president in Haiti. And right now,
I think that has been investigated. A couple of people, foreign nationals, have been arrested, taken to the United States. I think they are scheduled to appear before a court.
But then, by all means, there is a serious need for us to focus on our own. I'm not saying we cannot talk about what is happening in Haiti, but we are not too far, and almost can call it, we are in the same bracket as to what is happening in Haiti presently. He mentioned about youth employment, 300 and something person at the youth employment. Let me say that to Mr. PM. He knows very well whether he has 300 or plus person currently, he said, employing the youth empowerment, whatever, or money will be borrowed for these people. The Prime Minister need to do much more in terms of create employment in that country. Because the biggest problem in St. Lucia right now is unemployment. And I said that last time, and I hate to say that when I said something and to say that I said that last time. This country is seriously begging for employment. If the government refuses to do that, we will have more or even worse than what happened in Haiti. Because you said the last time I'm using excuses for criminals. I'm not using excuses, Tim. I am saying if you put work in the country, you would see exactly those that want to work and those that just want to remain in the life of criminal activity. We need definitely, you see today Friday there, some other young guys need to do something today Friday to get some money in the pocket. They're not getting nothing to do. So it's only the politician that enjoying the wealth. I hear you mention about how country almost like exploiting countries in Africa and getting the benefit. When those big, huge loans are taken on the head of St. Lucian, $201 million with no details, conclusive explanation as to how those money is going to reimburse, who is going to be the contractor, what is going to. This is another big, huge loan on the debt of the people of St. Lucia. They have to pay that once and for all. I thank you.
Thank you so much for calling, sir. So the Prime Minister is on the world stage and he's being parochial, speaking about the youth economy at the United Nations, speaking about putting the people first at the United Nations. We need some grand ideas, to be highlighted during those various presentations at such a forum. Kimani, what's in the chat room?
Someone says, but Tim, quite a few Haitians also speak English, so why would they need our interpreters? Another comment in the chat room. Someone says Haiti's problem is historic, over 450 years old, and that needs an entire day to discuss. Haiti has the most complex history in the Caribbean. No government elected in Haiti can solve Haiti's issues when the Western powers are the ones pulling the strings. Another comment in the chat room. Someone says, caller, I wholeheartedly disagree with you on this. The history of Haiti goes deeper than your comment, which is basically surface leveled. I believe referring to the caller before the break. Another comment in the chat room. Tim, good afternoon. All I can say, nothing is free because you all got a grace not to pay for the CDC for December. Well, take it now, pay the 2.5%. That's what you all wanted. Take it. Tim, our budget is limited to our utility bills, clothing, shelter, and food are beyond our reach. Why do people continue to defend that 2.5% levy? Are they not seeing what's happening?
And what is about to happen? We have a WhatsApp message. Our Prime Minister, Tim, forgot a very important thing in his presentation in New York. He forgot to blame Mr. Shasti. 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Mr. Poleon.
Hey, Rick Wayne. Good afternoon to you, sir. How are you?
Well, I don't know how I am right now. I think I'm in a quizzical mood. Quizzical.
You're in a critical move.
Quizzical.
Oh, quizzical. Okay.
Okay.
I say critical.
As your word of the week.
I was saying, well, why aren't you at the OKEU or at St. Jude?
Tim, how old have you heard me saying I am over the years?
You say something like 100 years old, over 100.
Do I sound like a guy who's anyway embarrassed by the fact that he's an old guy?
No. And you've always said that you have a brain that's as fit as that of a 30-year-old.
And ready to take them on.
Yeah.
Do I sound like a guy whose memory is beginning to leave him?
No.
I ask you those questions because I am fighting myself whether I should answer some comments made by Richard Frederick on his show in reference to me making a statement on your show.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you have the clip.
Yes. Well,
so why haven't you thought that was enough interest to play?
Well, Rick, who doesn't have the clip?
Yeah, but
it has gone viral.
So you have the clip.
Yeah.
And I suppose you also have the clip where it says Richard Frederick launches scathing attack on veteran journalist Rick Wayne, right?
I don't have that clip. Who would have made that observation?
Well, I got somebody send it to me.
No. Well, I have the Richard Frederick clip, but I don't have any other material.
And what did you think of that clip, Tim?
Which one? The Richard Frederick clip?
Uh-huh.
Well, I found it was out of character. I didn't see the. Well, it's unlike Richard. When I say out of character, I meant it's unlike Richard to attack you. Somehow I got the impression that he has never, in my memory, he has never really attacked you. So that's why I'm
But
saying it's out of
would
character.
Would you consider that an attack on me, an attack, let alone a scathing attack?
I think it was an attack on you because, for example, making ageism statements like making reference to your age.
Please, don't do that, Tim. Don't, if it is attack, well, because I'm deciding whether I should go into that. Because, you know, Tim, there's a saying, and people think it's Shakespeare, that you should suffer fools gladly. And people think that's Shakespeare. You've heard it.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Actually, it comes from the Bible, from the second letter of Corinthians. All the Christians right now should be is blue. And it says, you who suffer fools gladly, seeing yourself wise. You can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is the one that says, do not suffer fools, which means these people have little or no patience with people who speak or act out of stupidity. So don't take them on. But my favorite proverb in that regard is the Arab one that says, he who knows not and knows not that he knows not, he's a fool. Shun him. He who knows not and knows that he knows not is teachable. Teach him. He who knows and knows not that he knows not, he is asleep. Wake him. He who knows and knows that he knows, he's a wise fellow. Follow him. So what do? Do I take on this? You know, I hate.
Are you in a conundrum, sir?
It is a conundrum, yeah. What to do about that? I mean, when Richard Frederick says, for example, I am a hypocrite. And why am I a hypocrite?
And that's a word you introduced to most people in St. Lucia.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And to the people as well. But I think, although people have seen the tape, you know, Tim, I really wish you would play the tape. It wouldn't take much time with it.
So you will hold on while I play the clip?
Yeah, I'll hold on.
Okay, hold on. So we have the clip. We'll cue it up. And then we will press play so you could hear the comments that were made by MP for Castro Central, Richard Frederick, regarding contributor to this broadcast, Rick Wayne.
This man called Rick Wayne. Rick, you are too hypocrite. And I'm going to show you out. I am going to show you out, Rick, because, you know, I'm getting sick of you. I know you are an octogenarian. God willing, I may get there. I may die before I get there. And I want to compliment you of being there. But my good friend, I believe you need your rest. I believe you need...
Yeah, you wanted to comment from there?
Yeah, and we'll go along as well.
Yeah, go ahead. So we'll press pause there.
Tim, you see the arrogance. It's palpable arrogance, you know. I have to call you. I am God. I am on Mount Olympus. I have a whole bunch of celebs waiting to curse you and talk about your mother this and your mother that, etc. everywhere. So I am going to call you Rick Wayne. And you know what, Rick Wayne? You're a hypocrite. Okay? Now let's move from there. Why I am the hypocrite.
So we'll play it right now. We'll continue playing it.
Yes.
Just hold on.
Rest, because sometimes I believe that your brain is playing tricks on you. And you suffer acutely from amnesia. You suffer from amnesia, Rick. You know, the Prime Minister...
Okay, go ahead, Rick.
Amnesia is memory loss. I think most people are flabbergasted, amazed at my powers of recollection. My recollection is so good that I could hold you for the next hour and discuss Richard Frederick's entry into politics without having to look for one note without having to refer to one note, and I will be spot on, and the only response can be, your mother this, and your this, and that. By the way, I heard a fella calling you, can I use the word?
What is that?
I heard a guy calling you on one of the programs. Can I use the word that it's not a nice word?
That is on Facebook.
Yeah, on a live.
Yeah.
I look at everything, Can I use the word? Dare I use the word?
Yeah, let me hear what the word is.
The person was telling you off to leave Richard Frederick alone and don't talk about Pip and don't talk about whoever else. You got it?
Yes.
That is where we're living today.
And many people have alerted me to it, and they have even sent the clip to me a couple times.
That is what you are supposed to be afraid of.
Yeah.
That if you talk about certain people in this town, they're going to go and call you every woman you're supposed to have slept with. In my case, possibly how many men I've slept with, the size of my dick. We all know about that. That's been talked a lot about, right? Tim, don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed.
Yes, I know. It has been spoken about because there's been photographs on Facebook showing your bulge and all that.
Yeah, my bulge. My dick is a national monument, only they haven't put it up. So I'm just telling you the kind of response I get to indisputable facts I put out. You never get answers to what you said. You get what your mother did, what you did that, and you're insane, and you can't do this and you can't do that. I think the whole world, even my worst enemies, would not support the notion that I have amnesia, I have memory loss, I am at a loss for words, I even ever suffer from lethologica. Let them look it up what that means. Those kind of things. You see where I'm going from there?
Yeah.
So now, I think we can easily dismiss the suggestion I'm amnesiac and I'll shall we get away from that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, I'm surprised none of your people in the chat room were interested enough to ask Tim to play the tape. I'm a little disappointed on your celebs.
Well, I'm being told by Kimani that there were pleas being made for us to play the tape.
And by the way, I've had certain criticisms for calling Kimani Kim. Okay? So people don't like me calling her Kim. Okay, Tim, go ahead.
Yeah, so we'll play another part of the contribution by Richard Frederick.
In addressing an audience, Philip J. Pierre used the words tall and short. Hear this well, folks. Philip J. Pierre referred to some people as tall and some people as short. I want somebody to tell me what in those two words, tall and short, that sound insulting. What?
Okay, go ahead, Rick.
And that is what I talk about, insulting people's intelligence and what arrogance makes you do. When you end up believing your own publicity, when you end up reading your chat room and seeing a bunch of stupid scribbling crap that tells you how great you are, what a great author you are, how good looking you are, how your show is a classroom, when you believe that crap and you don't realize there are a lot of people who watch your show for the Roro, just like people go to strip clubs in the dark. They don't want people to know they go to the strip clubs, but they do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like when you have a porno magazine, you're not going to sit on a bus with a porno magazine wide open, but you're going to wait in the hide and
in the privacy of your home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But people will never know that you are a porn freak. So there are a lot of can I help you freaks who don't want people to know they're freaks. But you go and read the crap, what's the word? The gibberish, the unintelligent crap that's going there, and they're all the same. Hey, RF, your God, RF, and you end up believing that. That is the craziest thing for anybody to believe his own publicity or to really dance to the tune of his own gallery. I hope everybody's understanding what I'm saying there. So, go on, Tim. So, no, don't go on yet. The same thing, and the idiosyncrasies. The same crap they perpetrated on people in St. Lucia. Because they have a contempt. I tell you, when somebody tells you 1 and 1 is 8, who you know should know better, it's not the person who is stupid. It is the guy who actually walks away believing 1 and 1 is 8. So that, if Richard Frederick, you have a record of what Philip Pierce said about short and tall. And what he was doing was criticizing the public criticism of how he is handling the matter of the cost of living. Am I right?
You're correct, Rick.
Can you play that? I think your audience knows that.
They do. But it's coming up anyway because Richard did play it in that particular contribution.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can say in advance. The speech was in retaliation to criticism about the way he was handling the cost of living. And so he went on to describe his critics and referred to them as whether short or tall. And right away, the laughter. Now, let me tell you something about laughter again. Because Richard Frederick says they are calling people hyena. This is the same crap. When Alan Shastney said, it's not every barking dog I listen to. You know, I thought it was an inappropriate statement because he was singing opera to a hip-hop crowd. But Alan Shastney did not invent that trope about, I don't listen to every dog. Churchill did it. I can tell you a load of people who did it. Barking dogs don't bite. If you lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas. It's not every barking dog you should stop to throw stones at, because if you do, you never reach your destination. That's Churchill and so on and so on. But they made it look, barking dogs, they got your short share. And so the zots, he got your zot share. The insecure zots, instead of jumping on Alan in an intelligent way, because I have said it to Alan, I could criticize Alan in an intelligent way on that statement, but I wouldn't pretend that he was calling anybody dogs any more than Churchill was calling anybody dogs, or all those other people were calling people dogs. There was a message in there, and we were talking about a figure of speech. Now,
but it was a figure of speech when people were saying that Guy Joseph is Shastney's poodle. That's if you're a supporter of the St. Lucia Labour Party.
Of course. So anyway, so that's a lie to suggest that anybody was calling anybody names. It was a comment made in relation to a statement that was not at all prime ministerial, because not only was it dumb, it was vindictive, and it also was pointing to something in the prime minister that he actually feels a certain way about short people or tall people, or it was an unnecessary statement. And if you like, just as Alan Shastney could have used a different trope when he did. But everybody jumped on Shastney. All I said was, at least the Prime Minister knows more words than short and tall, because, and it reminded me of that earlier statement by the Speaker, where he said, instead of short and tall, he said dwarf and giant, when he was talking about the targets for his bazooka. Go on.
So let's listen again.
Those two words, tall and short, that sound insultive, offensive, abusive. A tall man. You know, y'all need to be called out, Rick, and I will call you out. I want you all to take a listen to Rick. Take a listen to Rick before I finish with him. Play this clip for me, please.
The cost of living that they always make a big fuss about, the price of everything going up, and what the government is doing, all of them, short and tall, what the government is doing. How can we...
My friend, the Prime Minister, not careful, almost repeats the very words that got Mr. Speaker into trouble. That whether you are a giant or a dwarf you're going to feel his bazooka. The Prime Minister, on the other hand, changes the word dwarf to short, and he changes the word giant. Nobody can say his vocabulary is not good. He changes the word dwarf to short and the word giant to tall. And did you hear the...
Yeah, go ahead, Rick.
Now, where, even in that clip, where am I insulting anyone? I think I am pointing out that the Prime Minister might have done better criticizing people who criticize his policy than referring to their height, short, tall, or medium. I think that's what I said there.
Yes.
So who exactly am I insulting? Go on. Hyena laughter?
I heard it.
Did you hear the stupid hyena laughter instead of embarrassed? Stop there. Because he goes on, what he's saying there, I think he actually says in the text
Yes.
that I called people hyena.
Yeah. But it was the laughter that you described.
Wait,
the mood.
Thank you, Tim. But don't spoil my couple minutes. Mother Teresa. If somebody were to say, Mother Teresa, her laughter sounds like Kim Kardashian. You know who Kim Kardashian is?
Of course, yes.
Well, in case there's anybody in the world who don't know Kim Kardashian, let me think of somebody everybody knows. If I were to say that Mother Teresa's laugh sounds like St. Lucia Beauty Queen or something like that. Or if I say Mother Teresa's laugh sounds like Richard Frederick, who laughs, Papa, that is Richard Frederick's laugh. Oh, let us say I said Mother Teresa, when she laughs, sounds like Richard Frederick. Does that mean Mother Teresa is Frederick? Come on.
No, it doesn't mean that.
So when I said to you, did you hear the hyena laughter that followed the Prime Minister's thing? How am I calling anybody a hyena? I am saying that, which by the way, I think you all doctored up.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We added some effects to it.
Exactly. So I said the laughter sounded like hyenas yelping. I'm not calling anybody a hyena, but the laughter, I'm calling it hyena-like. That's what, you see the problem with Richard Frederick. He kind of learned he says, about adjectives in kindergarten. But what he learned in kindergarten was that adjectives are describing words. Well, evidently, he didn't get it right then, and he didn't get it right now. Because adjectives are words that qualify nouns. So if you want to talk grammar and all that adjectives, do it properly and don't pretend. You can talk that crap to people who don't read, people who feign intelligence, people who only read Facebook or Richard Federer's garbage. You can talk to them. But when you're referring to me and you're going to talk about words and what they mean and what adjectives do and what are nouns, you better come good. So adjectives are not describing words. There's no such thing. At best, they are descriptive words, but properly, adjectives qualify nouns, like a boring adjective, evening. Qualifying noun. So that's again, he's out of his depth with that. Where Richard Frederick is good is telling you what panties people were wearing, at what particular time, who he had sex with when, and behind what building. Those are the things that Richard Frederick is good at. What else do you have here?
Let's listen again. Okay.
But here's something else. Richard Frederick suggests I'm a violent guy, or I am encouraging violence. Have you ever heard the slightest rumor, even from the zealots, that Rick Wayne was violent with somebody? You ever heard?
No, never. Never.
I leave it to you. To find the multiple demonstrations of Richard's propensity toward violence. Violence. Every time Richard walks into the House of Assembly, he call me a hypocrite. It is perpetuating hypocrisy. Who does Richard think he's fooling when he walks in and pretends he and Kenny? Kenny tolerates him, and he may be, in a kind of unctuous fashion, has to tolerate him as well. Philip Pierre tolerates him. He's Philip Pierre's noisemaker. He's the crutch behind Philip Pierre. Richard Perrick doesn't come to me because there's no way you can affect me by mépris or whatnot, because a mongrel behaves like a mongrel. So I'm not going to be surprised by mongrel behavior. If you want to take me on what I'm talking about and prove what I say to be a lie. And I wrote the book on your career. So I am really surprised you would do something so stupid. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thank you so much. A good time to take a break as you continue to watch NewsSpin on our NewsSpin Facebook page. And we are also on YouTube, and you listen to us on Power 97.9 FM. This is the most monitored talk show in the world. It's called NewsSpin.
There is only one option when they arrive. Our services will make the dead look alive. With Bouteille and Beaufort accessibility. Remember, we have the only private cemetery. No one can match our prices from coffins to corsage. Personalized service you get when Lazarus take charge. Quality service, no package to make your wallet bleed. Lazarus is your true friend in your time of need.
In the event of a thunderstorm, unplug all electrical appliances and equipment. Lightning can produce high voltages on electrical networks, which can damage equipment. Have flashlights, battery-powered radios, and extra fresh batteries available in the event of power outages.
This message is brought to you by Lucelec, the power of caring.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay. Flow is keeping you connected.
KFC is taking you on a finger-licking journey down memory lane with our delicious throwback special. A mouth-watering leg and thigh combo with regular fries and a 16-ounce soda for only $15. That remind me of the good old days, boy. Available every Thursday. But wait, the thrill doesn't stop there. Tune in on Thursdays to win vouchers and stages tickets. Limited offers available in stores only. KFC, finger-licking good.
The new home of the best country music is Power 97.9 FM.
Say the stars are bound to fade.
Switch us on Join Me, DJ Jerry, this and every Thursday from 8 p.m. till midnight for Country Gold, the best in country music.
Your bags are packed and waiting.
The new, the oldies, and the goldies. So let's make it a date. This and every Thursday with me, DJ Jerry, from 8 p.m. till midnight for Country Gold. If it's Thursday, it's Country Gold Thursday. Country Gold, only on Power 97.9 FM.
I lead a rich, rewarding life.
This year, you mean on top of all that thing,
Now I have to pay this new 2.5% health and security levy?
Boy, and all now so, we still paying 12.5% VAT. So 12.5 plus 2.5. Well, that is 15% and more.
Automotive Art is a place to start.
Can't get a break from all this tax? Head to Automotive Art and get a taxcation. Automotive Art is offering you an ease from VAT and health and safety levy with savings of up to 15% and more. That's right, 15% of all tools, 15% of all accessories, 15% of car detailing, 15% of all rims, 15% of computerized wheel alignment, and 15% and more of selected tires with savings of up to 30% on some sizes. It's Automotive Art Taxcation. Visit us at Automotive Art at Vidboutai Castries and Latuni Vieux today and enjoy a taxcation. Offer valid for limited time. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
After a 3-year hiatus due to restrictions of COVID-19, the Super Fitness Center presents Fun Strikes 2023, our annual fan, health and fitness walk for the entire family. On Monday, October 2nd, starting at 5 a.m., we walk from the Soufrière waterfront to Myers Bridge through Forsey Jack and back down to the Soufrière Beach Park. Of course, the music motivation truck will keep you going and going. A $35 registration gives you a quality Trip Fit t-shirt, drinks, fruits, fresh coconuts, breakfast, and a chance to win big. What are you waiting for? Register, stat, and finish to win over $10,000 worth of cash and raffle prizes. Register at the Soufrière Fitness Center and other pop-up locations. Bring the entire family. Fun Strides 2023.
Are you working that 9-to-5 job but also juggling a side hustle? Well, Elks Credit Union has great news for you. Introducing Elks Credit Union's Side Hustle Boost Loan. Need funds to take your side hustle to the next level? With our Side Hustle Boost Loan, you can access up to $50,000, giving your side hustle the boost it needs. And here's the best part. You'll have up to 5 years to pay it back with flexible repayment options that suits your budget. Whether it's expanding your inventory, upgrading your equipment, or marketing your services, Elks Credit Union is here to support your entrepreneurial dreams. Don't let your side hustle remain just a dream. Let Elks Credit Union empower you to turn it into a thriving reality. Boost your side hustle today with Elks Credit Union's Side Hustle Boost Loan. Contact us now or visit our website for more information. Elks Credit Union, your partner in success. Terms and conditions apply.
Watching NewsSpin on our NewsSpin Facebook page. We are also on YouTube, and you're listening to the broadcast on Power 97.9 FM. Absurd things politicians say in Parliament, whether you are in St. Lucia, whether you are in Dominica, Jamaica, Trinidad. Here is a Facebook influencer making some observations.
Let's check to see what's happening in the Parliament. You know, our leaders, let's see how they're presenting themselves. They're very professional people, these people in the Caribbean. We're best. Best. We start off with St. Vincent.
Don't you shut up and stop insulting people. Shut up and stop insulting
Ralph,
people.
shut up. Shut up, Ralph.
Honorable members.
You're just being ignorant and stupid.
I am on
Ralph,
my feet.
Nobody can be more stupid than you.
Honorable members.
Talk to him.
You are being rude and disrespectful to the speaker.
I'm asking
But you are the one who invented rudeness.
Jesus Christ. And of course, Dominica is always ahead when it comes to comedy. Hi, Punchy. See this. Listen to this.
No, it's not about politics. It's about who qualifies. What's right back?
What's your gangster? Gangster man. Bad man. Hey, woo! Oh, you have jokes, yes?
Pussy run up if you're bad. Kryptonite coming out of the most fighting at the middle of the night to make the place get noisy. You never know, say a little juvenile coulda run in a.
Take a listen to Trinidad.
Senator Lashmidial, throughout the length and breadth of her presentation, she kept saying she's astounded and confused. And I believe that the senator is indeed astounded and she's confused because apparently for a second, she thought this was spread pal with Munilal and this was not the Senate. You see, the Senate requires a certain level of decorum, Mr. Vice President.
That's what I mean. Jab, but jab professionally. See what has happened in St. Kitts. Listen to the Margie. Listen to the comments that's happening there.
No, listen! Sit down and listen!
That's what you said.
That's what you need to do! Sit down and listen!
Why do they treat him like that though? Oh, St. Lucia is the sister island of Dominica. So of course, but jeez.
And I'm saying, and I'm asking everyone to watch what they eat and eat what they watch. Yes, Mr. Speaker.
I want to say nothing much before they have to deport me from the country. Very true, more.
Watch what they eat and eat what they watch.
I don't be hating, but it's something kind of debish. Anyways, moving on. Grenada.
Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Leader of the Opposition.
Jesus Christ. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Leader of the Opposition.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Could you please have a seat? I want to say something to you, sir.
Yeah, I'm your little child. I'll sit.
No, I use the word please.
No, serious. I'm your child.
Honorable, I use the word please to you, sir.
I am your child. Go ahead.
I feel so sad for him. Grandpa. We have Jamaica.
Nobody's gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna slow me down. Oh no, we got to keep on moving. We do apologize.
Wonderful, eh? Hey.
The absurd behavior of politicians in the Caribbean. Let's continue with your calls and your WhatsApp messages, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. Kimani, the chat room, what's happening there? Lively?
Tim, is your child.
You're not my child, no.
Someone says, Rick, since you wrote a book on his career, don't keep us in suspense. Another comment, you're right, Tim. Most monitored talk show in the world. Today is definitely one of those days. Someone says, this was a first-class response and analysis from Rick regarding Richard Frederick's diatribe. However, the idiots who insist on calling that weekly Thursday night assault on our sensibilities valuable will never see it that way. What a way to end NewsSpin on a high for this week. Another comment in the chat room, mental slavery is a pandemic in St. Lucia. Someone is asking, so Tim, can we all use that language on your show from now on?
It's reserved for special people who can contextualize it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, context is very important.
Another comment, this is a politician elected to represent St. Lucians in the House of Parliament. Someone says, a minister of government, how sick is this? Not giving this clip attention would have been the best way to let it die a natural death. Rick, that was RF protecting his diplomatic visa. Someone says, when will the security officers at Guardsman St. Lucia receive the 50 and 75 cents increase? Almost 2 years and waiting. Hashtag National Workers Union. Another comment, didn't those tenants enjoy rent waivers sometime recently? So what are they crying about?
And somebody says there, so Tim, we're not special in the chat room.
Another comment, why don't you speak about the people of Beaufort? What's going on there is no different to Haiti. Someone says Haiti has received the most funds in the world. Ask their leaders for the monies. For all that money they have received, everyone in Haiti should have their own 3-bedroom house. Give me a break. Another comment, so the PM is looking for support for Haiti while St. Lucians need more support. What the heck am I hearing? Let's see what else we have in the chat room. Tim, I like your mode today. Nice. That is it in the chat room.
Thank you so much. Let's hear from the Prime Minister of Barbados. And she's calling on the international community to do whatever that is possible to bring some kind of, some level of stability to Haiti, because Haiti is a country in turmoil. Imagine that more than 2,400 people have been killed in Haiti since the start of this year. And that is according to the United Nations. And elections have not been held in Haiti since 2016. And remember that their president, the last president, Jovenel Moise, he was assassinated on the 7th of July, 2021. And among other nations, Kenya has offered to lead an international security mission to Haiti. So the thugs are in control of about 80% of that nation's capital, which is Port-au-Prince. Let's hear from the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley.
The world owes Haiti a resolution. It is not a matter of options. The world owes Haiti a resolution. A year ago, we knew that the gas riots had led to serious instability, and 12 months later, we cannot get out of this building and into the support that the people of Haiti need. There is no doubt a need for legitimacy with respect to the government of Haiti, and therefore a national unity government may well be the only bridge that can carry us to safety. The Caribbean community has appointed 3 former prime ministers as an eminent persons group. And as we heard the Secretary General say in this hall, politics is the art of compromise. Diplomacy is the art of compromise. I say simply to those who act in the name of the people of Haiti, there must be compromise in constituting that government of national unity if we are to provide the bridge, to provide the security, to stop women from being raped, stop people from being killed, stop people from being affected by cholera and other public health diseases. But even when we put in the institutional support that Haiti may need, and I want to thank the governments of Kenya and Rwanda, who from as far back as 12 months ago committed to being able to provide the kind of institutional support and leadership that the Haitian police need. But as they did that commitment, what they have not necessarily accounted for is the continued reduction in the numbers of the police, largely because of persons fleeing to lands of greater opportunity and being facilitated in so doing. This cannot wait much longer. And I hope that those who constitute the members of the Security Council will recognize that they cannot use Haiti as a pawn because they have suffered for too long and by the hands of too many.
Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, addressing the United Nations General Assembly earlier today. And of course, at the commencement of the broadcast, we did play you a part of the address by the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Mr. Philip J. Pierre. Our final feature, our NewsSpin News of the Day. NewsSpin News of the Day, Saudi Crown Prince, unbothered by sports washing label. Call it whatever you want, he says. Saudi Crown Prince, unbothered by sports washing label. Call it whatever you want, according to the Saudi Crown Prince. I know you're disappointed, but we've come to the end of another edition of NewsSpin right here on Power 97.9 FM, as well as on YouTube and our NewsSpin Facebook page. Have yourself a great weekend, a safe one as well. And we'll be back, God willing, on Monday, same time, 12:30, with another edition of the most monitored talk show in the world. It's called NewsSpin. Goodbye.